Okay, hello and welcome to another episode of Custom Modded Survival. In this episode, we're going to be working on making our storage system finally. For the last while on stream, I've been working on getting all of the materials for us to get solar panels so that we can actually make solar panels to make solar panels so that we now have power generation to actually power our storage systems. So now we should be able to actually make all of the different processors we need. And for that, for the most part, what we're gonna do is we're gonna make ourselves a good old 4 stacks of iron processors or basic processors, which shouldn't be too bad. And let's get them smelting while we can. So you don't have to worry about a ton of stuff. Also, I'm going through coal rather rapidly, so I should probably grab some more wood. But that's fine. It's not something that we have to worry about. Actually, it is something. Go over and grab ourselves some wood. Hello. How's everyone doing? I know that I was ignoring you guys for a second, and you guys were making fun of my inability to do math again, because while I was getting all the stuff prepared for the solar panels, I forgot how to add numbers together, which was great, and basic multiplication, because of course I did. And yeah, it was kind of funny. Now that we don't have to worry about that, because it's all done already, now we can just go in and actually just take care of this for the most part. And we're gonna get a bunch of charcoal, which we then use to smelt stuff up, and we'll take care of it that way for at least this moment. You know, it's still gonna take a little bit, and it's still going to be a little bit much for us, but we should be able to, the demands by just how fast we're getting charcoal, which is great. And we almost have 2 stacks of the basic processors already, which means that we can start funneling them mostly into here. And we're also gonna make 3 stacks of the advanced processors, which are the gold variant, which I think I grabbed all the materials for correctly, so we should be able to make the improved processors. The advanced processors are the diamond ones, which I think we got enough stuff for 1 stack of. Well, we'll just make those 2, why don't we? So we get the advanced processors, take you guys, consolidate them, and get these guys started. Get ourselves some more charcoal going. Perfect, because we're barely able to keep up with the amount that we're actually making. And the reason why we need so much is because I want to actually have some amount of storage because of how fast we're generating items right now. We're gonna need a substantial amount of storage rather rapidly, and most of that's just from dungeon delving and other stuff. But regardless, let's grab most of those guys. Charcoal can go in there. That can get there. We can also look at other stuff. So cooking speed is maxed out, green thumb, harvest proficiency, prospecting, treasure hunt. Well, increase treasure hunting a little. I mean, no reason not to. Almost done with getting all of the basic processors taken care of, which we should probably also make ourselves our construction and destruction cores so that we can make ourselves our crafting grid, which I think takes, yeah. So we just get those guys, we get a destruction core, a construction core, and then we need machine casings, quartz enriched iron, and for the most part that is going to be our grid. I need a little bit of glass and a couple of our improved processors. So thankfully we have glass remaining, which is great, because I didn't really take that into account. Thankfully we got quite lucky with that, so happy about that. We also need to get rid of smelting through all of the proof processors, which is going to be even more, but that's fine. We can make our grid and then make ourselves a good old-fashioned crafting table to get ourselves a crafting grid the moment we get our first little good old-fashioned advanced processor, because I mean we're going to need it. So crafting grid, and then we can also get ourselves a chest for a disk drive. So we've got our grid, crafting grid. I need a controller, which is going to take a little bit more of our silicon, which thankfully we have plenty of silicon. We've got our controller and our disk drive, which is perfect. So now we've got everything that we really need for storage, which I'm gonna, you know, I think what we're gonna do is we're just gonna plop the minted controller, disk drive, and then next to the controllers is where the solar panels are. Those 2 will be solar panels. Solar panel, and then on top of it will be the crafting grid, and now we can barely access that furnace, but that's fine. it is what it is. Got that, and that's gonna be most of that, which is perfect, because now we need to actually make ourselves, has everything smelted, actually? Looks like most of it has, which is crazy. Now what we need to do, oh, I already had glass in there. I was prepared, I was definitely prepared. So 1K storage parts, 1, 2, 3, 4, get 1 stack of redstone, and 1 stack of quartz enriched iron. So we're gonna make 1 stack of glass, 3 stacks of glass, which definitely calculated with how much glass we saying we have. Yep. Definitely did that. Yep. I would never, definitely would never happen. I would never get math wrong, as you guys know very clearly from the past, you know. Yeah, we're just gonna wait for that to smelt up. Of course, getting extra charcoal to fuel everything, be able to actually successfully finish up making our good old-fashioned delectable little tier 1 storage parts, and then we need stage 2, which is why we have so many basic processors, which is great, because 64 of the stage 1s will turn into 20 of the stage 2, then turn into 6 of the stage 3s, which is 2 of the stage 4. I don't actually know. You know what? Let's go all the way with that. Actually, I do think that's worth it for us. So I do think that that's worth it. For this very moment, having that much storage is very helpful. So I do want to do that. So let's make ourselves, for the most part, 55 1K storage parts for now. There's more to come. Just gotta get all the glass smelted, which of course is a thing that I definitely remembered to do beforehand. Yeah, Okay, there we go. 64 of the 1Ks, and then I need more quartz enriched iron, which thankfully I have here. 21 of the 4Ks, which will give us 7 of the 16Ks, which will give us 2 64Ks, which is perfect because that's exactly what we needed. And then I need a storage housing for those guys to actually be able to store us anything, which is even more glass, which I forgot I had again. Because, of course, why would I ever remember that glass is a thing that we need? It's just glass. I can't even see it. You know, that's the issue. I can't see it. Even though I have better eyes, I can't see it. But at least we can chuck those guys in there, and we now have some storage to put most of the stuff in that we don't have to worry about anymore. And we also don't have a network yet, a storage network yet, which means that I don't have to worry about storage network stuff, like power loss from storage network stuff. It would end up being quite a bit, so that's good. Happy about that. Although what I probably should do is netherrack. What we can do is we can compress it, do compressed netherrack. Of course, probably should do that once all of the netherrack is in there, but I mean, hey, there's a lot of netherrack, so let's just get all of it out of there, move it into our storage system, so we don't have to worry about it anymore. It's almost all out. It's almost all there. You can also get the gravel and the other stuff, but most of the stuff was from on stream but off recording mining for netherite, where I didn't get any netherite, which was great. It was super helpful for me to not get anything that I was looking for while looking for it, because I really want those netherite syringes so that I can gather the DNA from the dragons in order to get more dragon eggs, because I want more dragon eggs. But for the most part, we got our base storage system completed that we needed, so happy about that. Very, very happy about that. Now it's going to be about moving everything else into our storage system, because oh my gosh, is this going to be a fun little chore. So let's do that, and then we can start. Dragon skull will go over here, and we can just chuck all of this stuff into here for now. Though I do think that having the waystones in my backpack as a primary way to get to and from, mostly to certain places back from, you know, from home, because again, we have /home, but we don't have a ton of warps. We have 3 warps, 1 in the nether, 1 in the end, 1 in the overworld. We don't have our overworld warp set, but I'm considering just calling /home our overworld warp. I can't speak, apparently. I'm just thinking so hard about what I'm about to say because I'm live. I don't know. I don't usually stream for this long. I also don't usually stream at all, so very not used to it, but getting used to it, you know, it is what it is. Having some extra time to stream might not come most weeks, but definitely this week. I was able to get most of my coursework done earlier this week. Didn't have to worry about that, but I do need a new set of armor. I don't necessarily know what specific things are certain stats. So I know we need the different books. So materials in U is that one, which has the tier 1 materials. Further reading is grout and a book, so I need grout. I know I need nether grout and a but for the most part we gotta do that after we chuck everything in, because I do want to make sure that we're getting everything into here that we can, so that we don't have to worry about having random storage stuff that's outside of our current storage capacity. And I guess I could put the dragon skulls in here too, but I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that yet. Probably should start working on an enchantment library as well, just so they don't have to worry about having a bunch of enchantments out either, but I don't really think we're going to be using a ton of enchantments this early, because we're not going to be using gear that's that good that needs crazy enchantments, or we're going to be using Tinker's gear. So, we do have a ton of stuff though. So I do think we should look at how is our storage look? 8. Okay, so we've got a pretty good margin. How much space we're actually using, which is great. Okay, let's make ourselves some grout. I need sand again, because of course I need sand again. I always need sand again. I'm just gonna grab a bunch of sand. I'm just gonna grab a ton of sand. I'm so done with it. I'm just grabbing sand. I'm not carrying anymore. I'm just grabbing sand. Nothing matters, just sand. Think at 1,000 sand, we're good. There we go. So, 1,024 sand. Perfect. Nether grout, I need magma cream, which, should be able to make, and soul sand, which I don't have for some reason, which is interesting. But regardless, we got puny smelting, which is great, because now we've got puny smelting, which is tier 2 materials, which is basalt and a bunch of other stuff, but we need the next ones, which, yeah, puny smelting, materials in U, so puny smelting, I need a sky slime ball, yeah, and then go book U to get Tinker's gadgetry, and then nether grout. Okay, for nether grout, I need that, so we're gonna warp to the nether entrance, and we're gonna have to discover some stuff in the nether. This was the way to get out, right? And I need an altar of fire over there, which we can use to summon a boss to fight. We could do that next episode, maybe? I think that might be a shout. But also another reclaimer here with block of gold, of course, or mosquitoes, which I dislike, to be honest. Very bright, which I guess it's brighter for me than it is for you because of how my monitor's set up. Okay, we just altar of fire, there's a basalt delta over here, and then soul sand valley was right here. Yep, I was right. Soul sand, perfect. We're gonna grab a couple stacks because I think I should, just because of what I needed for other sand. So I'm just gonna grab that. We can chuck that in there, and then I need nether grout. Make ourselves the fantastic foundry book, which is great. Tier 4 materials, which is blazing bone, ancient hide, nihilite. Deals multiplied damage, which is, it's kill streak, the thing, but there's other ones as well. Your Dean has nature bound, seismium, tiberium, promethium, niobe, ignis. Okay, so we need other stuff too. Let me combine all the books. No, those are books. Encyclopedia of Tinkering. I'm missing Mighty Smelting, which is boring seared stone, an ingot of seared stone onto, okay, which I gotta do. I am making sure to stay hydrated. Thank you. I do appreciate it. I don't know when you sent that message, but yes, I just saw it. So yes, thank you, sweetheart. Hydration check has been completed. Okay, now we've got Smelting 201, which is tier 3 stuff. And then we can make the Book of Tinkering, which is great. Project expansion stuff, other stuff. Does the Encyclopedia of Tinkering have access to the tier 6 material? Or is this the highest it wants to go? Because Manulin and everything is not the highest. Voiding, tier 3 materials? Dragon Bone's a tier 3. Okay. Bone Shard. Okay, damage over time. It's not great, to be honest. Atazan, Aurenium, Dark Matter, Angelic. I don't even... Holy, this is gonna be a lot for us to get new armor, apparently. But I'm gonna end this particular episode here, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. GG's, peace. Have a great day. If you want to watch the streams, I stream sometimes. Yeah, bye-bye.